So now that we've drawn a rectangle, let's take a look at the other shape tools. I'm going to click and hold down on the rectangle tool to reveal the pop-out menu, and then I'll pick the ellipse tool. Again, I'll set the stroke in here to be none, and I'll set the fill, in this case, to be, let's go for something different like red. And then I'll hit the return key. So if I start in the next grid line and then click and hold down the mouse and drag out, here you'll see that adjacent to my cursor is the widget, informing me of the width and height. Now, it looks almost perfectly circular, but it is in actual fact slightly off. If you want to create something where the width and height are exactly the same, you have to hold down the shift key. And now you can see the difference in there. Let go of the mouse and then let go of the shift key. If I just hit the backspace key on the keyboard with that selected, and that is quite simply how you delete something, you could hover your cursor over the image window and just left click. This will bring up the tools dialog box. Now in this case here, it's giving me the dimensions of what I drew last. So I could type in say 50 and then type in 50 and then click OK. And that's exactly what it will give me. So if you do know the size of something you need to create, a left click is probably the best option. If I hit the backspace key to delete that one, I'll go back to the shape tools and I'll choose the polygon tool. Again, if I click and hold down the mouse and drag out the next grid line in here, you get a 6-sided shape, like so. Now again, if I hit the backspace key to delete that and left click to open up the dialog box, and you'll notice we can specify not only the width and height, but also the polygon settings. So what this means is, in the case of a simple shape like a triangle, well, you can just tap down the number of sides to be 3, click OK, and that's what it gives you, in the absence of a rectangle tool. If I hit the backspace key once more, and again, left click, and now with the options available, notice that the number of sides are still 3, but if I increase that to 5 and then change the start inset to 50% and then click OK, this gives us, as you can quite clearly see, a 5-pointed star. So there are more shapes that you can create inside of InDesign than the shape tools might suggest. In fact, you can go up to the window menu at the top of the screen, go down to Object and Layout, and within there is a panel called Pathfinder. You can take the active shape and convert it into something else under the Convert Shape options. We can convert our star to a rectangle with right angles, rounded corners, beveled, inverse rounded, an ellipse, a triangle, a polygon, and a line segment, or a line segment that's vertical and horizontal. So you have numerous options for altering the existing shape into something else inside of InDesign, not just what you are seemingly given, which is a rectangle, a circle, and a polygon.